Inside the Great Deku Tree! Hey everybody, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D! I'm ZeldaMaster, and in this episode, we're going to be taking on the very first temple within the game, and that is, as you saw, inside the Great Deku Tree. Now, I love the layout of this temple, because we're literally inside a giant hollow tree with a bunch of obstacles and things, and it's amazing how this temple works, and it's a great way to start off things within the game. Yes, right off within the beginning of the game, we're already thrown within a temple, but it's really cool. And look at the surface, the vines are growing on it. Give it a rough surface. Look at this wall, rather. I don't know why I said surface. Maybe you can climb it, Link. Okay, let's do that. You know, you don't really need to do that. There are ladders, but I'm gonna be the cool guy and climb some vines, because, you know, I'm different and stuff. So let's just go ahead and do that. And yeah, but here we are inside the Great Deku Tree. It is really big, and it's huge. He looks a lot bigger on the inside for some reason, but welcome to The Legend of Zelda, or every video game. I mean, they never make the, exterior of, a place as big as it is on the inside. I wish it was like that in real life. Then you'd have a lot more room to build houses, and then inside the house would be so huge, so that'd be awesome. But hey, look, we got a dungeon map, something that actually is kind of cool. I don't mind the dungeon map that much within this game, because you can see it at all times. I mean, you can go ahead and head over to map and look at it, or you just have it on the bottom screen, so it's really helpful. Normally, I hate the dungeon map within games. Also, you can open doors with A button. Shut up, Navi. But having it out at all times is really nice, and being able to see it a lot more in depth. I mean, usually the map appears on your screen when you get the dungeon map within games, but I like how it just has its own bottom screen section, and you can just look at it like that. So it's really nice that they did utilize the bottom screen for that. But oh, forgive me, Master, if I give you a tip, will you let me go? All right, what tip do you have? When you jump off a high cliff, if you hold forward when you roll on the ground, when you land, you won't get hurt from the fall. I can't guarantee it'll work, though, if the cliff is really, really high. Alright, and you pooped out a heart. Was it worth it? I don't know if that tip was really worth it, but okay, I'll just take it, because, I mean, it's not like I have a chance to kill that frickin' scrub. Anyways, oh no! Falling platforms, whatever will I do to get back? Well, conveniently, inside this chest, we're gonna get ourselves an item that will allow us to exit this place, and that is the Fairy Slingshot. Now, we can hit Mido in the face with it until he bleeds and dies. Yes, okay, that was really evil, but come on. I just hate Mido. I don't know, I can't help it. Anyways, inside this chest, we got another heart. Ooh, a recovery heart. It's not like I needed it, but I'll take it. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna whine. I mean, why would I? Let's go ahead and equip our Ferry Slingshot and shoot down this ladder. It will literally fall down just like that, perfectly in place for us to climb out of here. And that was pretty much the item of the temple. If you haven't played Zelda before, pretty much each temple holds an item, and when you get it, it usually helps you out, with solving all the puzzles within the temple, at least most of the puzzles. So, yeah. Anywho, with the awesome Gyro Controls on the Nintendo 3DS, I can easily just tilt my 3DS to attack all of the enemies I want to attack without having to move the analog stick. That makes minigames and all of the, target type things a whole lot easier, because you don't have to worry about aiming precisely while moving the analog stick. It's like you're actually doing it in real life, and I love that about the 3DS. It's one of my favorite features they've added. Also, if you hold L and then move around, you can also move the camera like this if you just shake your 3DS, which is really nice. Anyways, let's go ahead and say hello to this big Skulltula, and if you actually hit him from the back here, you don't have to wait for him to show his back. That's usually his weak point, and then you chop him and slice him and kill him, and he dies, and other great things. I don't even know why I killed him, because I actually want to head inside this room real quickly, so we can do a couple things, and one of the things being, let's go ahead and step on this golden switch that has a small timer. Basically, these platforms will appear, or will pop up, so we can use them to jump to different platforms and areas we can't normally reach, and one of the areas is this, where we can find ourselves a golden, ow, snap, a golden Skulltula. Yeah, you destroyed a gold Skulltula. You got a token proving you destroyed it. I did it, everybody. I killed my first one out of 100, so yeah, it's not that exciting. We got a lot more to collect within the game, and throughout the whole game, within temples, in the overworld, everywhere, you're gonna be finding them. So, yeah, it's quite a thing to collect, but it's definitely worth it, at least the first 50. Regardless, since this is 100%, I will be getting them all, so I don't really care. They're fun to collect either way. I mean, I like collecting things. It's one of my favorite things in video games. I like grinding and collecting. So the things people don't necessarily like is something I really enjoy, and I don't know why. Anyways, here we're gonna get ourselves the compass. Something I do like collecting within temples because you can find chests and secrets with it, so it's pretty helpful. But now that we've gotten everything we need within this room, let's go ahead and leave. And how are we supposed to leave? The door is shut. Well, here's a pretty common puzzle you're gonna find throughout the game: lighting torches. Just use a Deku stick to light the tip of it, and then head to the unlit torch, and you're done. Just like that, we are set, we are golden, and we can advance forward within this. And what we want to do now is, well, jump off of one of the centerpieces where a big Skulltula is going to be guarding. So we're going to go ahead and jump right now. I need those Deku nuts! Come back to me! Jump right in the center of this web, and... oh, snap! We landed in the water. I was really hoping I'd land on the ground, so I end up getting her. I don't know, that would have been cooler, but whatever. Anyways, there are 2 gold Skulltulas within this room. I want to pick them both up, so let's go ahead and grab this fella. There you go. You picked up a gold Skulltula, our second one, and there's one that can be located right here. You should go ahead and shoot it with some Deku seeds, I guess. And just like this, we can easily pick it up. Yeah, this is kind of like the second section within the Great Deku Tree. It's a really short temple, but it's really fun. I don't know, I really enjoy this temple, mainly because I really love the design. I think it's super unique and interesting. But inside this chest, we can get ourselves, ooh, a recovery heart. Not bad. I don't know if I needed it or not. Regardless, even though you have low hearts within the game, you don't have to worry too much because enemies are kind of stupid, and you don't have to worry about getting hit by them too often. Like here. Oh, look at that. We got ourselves a Deku Scrub. Let's go take out our shield, and bam, baby. We blocked the attack. So please forgive me, Master. I'll teach you. If you do it again, I'll spare whatever. Okay. So let's see. The order is 2, 3, 1. So 33 is number 1. Do you think I'm a traitor? I don't know what that means, but he told us a code that is going to work on something. This is pretty much, that code pretty much is the boss key for this temple. So make sure you remember 231. And it's going to be like that, I believe, within, you know, every Zelda game. It doesn't change. So on your file of Ocarina of Time, on my file, it's going to be the same thing. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to have it memorized because it's super easy. Here, I believe Navi told us that we can dive in water by pressing the A button, if that wasn't obvious, because it does say dive. And then you can go ahead and press in the switch so you can lower the water, and by doing so, now if you couldn't hear from the background, we have a timer, but by doing so, we're going to be able to jump on this platform and avoid this rotating spiky log of death and destruction that will kill us. Or not necessarily kill us, but knock us down if we do come near it. I would like to kill this guy, so let's go ahead and just shoot him on the back. I'm honestly super impatient when it comes to fighting the big Skulltulas, so I usually just like trying to hit him from the back at a different angle. But you could just wait for them to turn around if you come near him, and then either strike him with your sword or shoot him, whatever really works for you. Regardless, this block over here needs to be pushed back so we can continue throughout this temple, and in this room, we are going to find a couple of these fellas, some Deku Babas. Now, if you couldn't tell by the unlit torches and one being lit, yes, we're going to transfer the fire all around this room. Oops, okay, there we go. We did it! And now we can advance. Oh my god, was that so difficult? No, it was not. Alright, here we got this guy, so no, I would not like to mess with you. Just please die, please and thanks. Now, before we do advance in this room, you see that weird, like, dust type thing falling from the ceiling? Well, it's actually eggs. They're like crumbling. You can kill them immediately by shooting them with your slingshot, but I'm gonna have to show it off because this is an enemy I don't think we're ever really gonna see within the game, so let it fall down. And here is a Goma larva. Look out when it's ready to pounce. Its eye turns red when it wants to attack you, and you just need to go ahead and attack it. When you do hit it, it will run away a little bit, and repositioning itself. But regardless, make sure you just shoot him down with a slingshot because, yeah, they're annoying to fight, especially when there's a lot at once. Now, the reason why I want to show it off now is because, well, you do encounter it a little bit later within the game, actually real soon, but I don't think I'm gonna get the chance to show it off because, you know, I'm just so friggin' good at this game, yeah. Not really, it's just, I don't know, I'm so impatient that most likely I won't end up showing it off, so I thought I'd show it off now instead of killing all 3 eggs. But anyways, as you can tell, we're back in this room, and if we push this block, we'll create a huge shortcut to this part of the room. Let's go ahead and push this block down, and look at that. We can link the fire from here all the way to that giant web. So let's go ahead and roll like this, and the fire has been transferred. Oh yeah! Now we fell down. Luckily there was water to catch us, but in here we're gonna find 3 Deku Scrubs. Now, how am I supposed to do this? Well, remember the code that weird Deku Scrub gave us? It was 231. Well, you kind of want to hit these Deku Scrubs in that order. So that's 2, which is obviously in the center. 3 will be on the far left, or the far right rather, because you read from left to right, of course, so it would make sense doing that. And then the first one will be on the far left. So how do you know our secret? How irritating. It's so annoying that I'm going to reveal the secret of Queen Goma to you. In order to administer the Code of Grace to Queen Goma, strike with your sword while she's stunned. Oh, Queenie, sorry about that. Ah. Well, I don't know why you told me that, but now I know how to kill your queen. Alright, well, let's go ahead and enter this and get ready to take on the boss of the Great Deku Tree. Here we go!